Alright guys, welcome. I'm making this to share pretty much everything that has been going on with my most recent brand. If you're new here, I'm doing organic dropshipping, but it's going to be more of an advanced topic because I'm going to be sharing all the behind the scenes of it's more like a documentary, but then also just sharing the most advanced sauce. So hopefully you're going to be, learning something from this. And yeah, I'm going to be sharing what I'm doing and what I truly think is the best move in 2026. So let's get into it. The first thing is you don't really need to build like an MOQ custom brand, to make it work. But that's just one of the paths, okay? So you got this, which I'm going for, and then there's like probably two other routes you could go for. And I'll be very specific with them, okay? So you could see whether you're on the right path or not. I really think the first one is gonna be the most common, which is it's like a section of the pump and dump. So there's a few selection of really good products, okay? And what I mean by pump and dump, it's like a product you could find pretty much anywhere. So in Amazon, AliExpress, it's obviously like very accessible, right? And then the second part about it is that it's very saturated. So this is what I mean by pump and dump. You could order these on Amazon, get it the next day and start recording, or even use AI to make it work. But what makes it work right now is the fact that you could make it look like a brand and then sell it. So that's the first path, which is going to be, I'm not going to call it pump and dump because that's a very deceiving word. I'll tell you what pump and dump truly means today, okay? But this is going to be I would say, the zero MOQ brand, okay? And then you got the second path, which is AI organic. In my opinion, this is the top right now, but this is very controversial at the moment because the moment you hear AI organic, the first thing that comes to mind is either, the AI UGC trying to deceive others of fake results or AI backshipping. I'm not talking about that. What I mean by AI organic is studying whatever format you were doing with your organic marketing previously. So think about the past few years, and if you're more recent to the space, it's fine. Find the product, see what they've been doing, try to find like a list of other competitors of that product, and then you're gonna have a good foundation, good understanding of what formats they're using. By format, I mean video ideas. So once you have that, think how can I recreate it with AI? So this is gonna help you dramatically with not only getting the perfect shots of your product. So instead of going outside, you don't really need to anymore. You could just, recreate it with AI, or even better lighting and better quality. So to my surprise, I thought it wasn't that good for the products because I only see people using it for AI UGC. But this new brand, which we're gonna launch it very soon, we're doing it entirely with AI. Okay, there's like a small part which is actually recorded, but for the most part it's AI because, as you may know, you need to send the samples and that takes a lot of time, especially when it's a custom product. For that reason, we had to go for this route. Again, we're doing it ethically, and this is something which you won't hear about much. All of your other favorite, organic dropshipping influencers, they would tell you, you could run a product without ever touching it, but then they would tell you to stitch other people's content, other people's hard work, or even worse, create AI to create, these failing business videos. So it's all unethical, right? No, we're doing this in a more advanced way, and there's actually some people doing this. We're not the first people to do this. There's like a very specific section of the organic which is doing this route, and they're printing. So I'm saying it first. You could do this ethically, okay? Learn the skill from now. And then the third one is what I'm doing. So this is going to be more of the MOQ. The reason why it took me 3.5 years to do this, okay? And by the way, I attempted to do this 2 years ago and I failed. So this is not really easy, but I truly think with AI it's way easier now. But the MOQ method is very interesting because the end goal is to build a brand. So that's why I'm doing this. Now hopefully you have a good foundation of, what to do. And by the way, there's like an entire video which I could make just for the first route, because I always like to relate everything to the paid ads space, and they literally do one MOQ product dropshipping. Okay, they're not selling like a crazy product. I know a friend of mine who's doing 7-figure plus with paid ads, and their product is probably, very easy to source from Amazon, but because of their, copywriting, their branding, and their packaging and so on, they pulled it off and made a brand out of it. So don't feel like you're limited if you had to go for zero MOQ. I did that for the past 2 years. So you have all these 3 routes, and right now I'm doing this plus my winner. Okay, so I currently have 2 active stores besides the MOQ, and those 2 are using this. Okay, so let me give you the most recent updates so that you guys are on the same page. Hopefully you learned something from this. Firstly is I realized we need to create some FOMO, not for the customer, for us. There was a lot of back and forth between me and the supplier, but at one point I realized a lot of time is being wasted. So I literally made a 10-day. So we have now, by the time I'm recording this, 9 to 10 days for the launch. And that's probably not enough, but I like it because this is forcing me and the team. We have an affiliate program, by the way. And then the launch day, we will open up the pre-orders. So it's going to be very exciting, but this is obviously a big risk. I'm going to update you guys probably like 2 days before the launch to see how we're looking. Worst case scenario, I might delay it by a few more days, but right now I don't want to have an option B or plan B. I want to launch it in 10 days. So I think that's a move. And so far, it's only been 1 day since we set this deadline, and we're all working really hard. So this same thing can be applied to any product you guys are running or planning to run. Always set deadlines. It will make you actually perform better. So that's the first update. Second update is, I'm spending like 6 hours on AI, minimum 6 hours, just like prompting and designing and trying to, create really good high quality videos which are ethical of the product. It's really easy nowadays to go for the the unethical route, but we're going for the high values, So these are the 2 things. It's very abnormal for me to even think about it. The fact that I'm spending 6 hours plus just on AI. It was a drastic change because my first winner, by the way, and I'll tell you, by the way, why I chose this product right here, because my first winner is very linked to this product. So I took whatever skills I used here and experience all the way to this product. That's why I'm very confident with it. But my first winner does not require any AI whatsoever. So here there's zero AI. And then I'm taking it like this is a completely different game. Like I'm changing the entire perspective of myself and the team to see what is possible with AI. And so far it's been like a few weeks where we've been cooking, and it's insane. AI is actually out of control. You could be creating pretty much for any product, literally any product you could think of. If you think you cannot create it with AI, then it's a limiting belief. Trust me. The more I tried, the more I realized it's all possible. So we use Higgsfield. I use primarily Higgsfield and AI Studio. By the way, CapCut has this feature. You could do a lot of AI images through CapCut Pro. So that's what I recommend. Nothing sponsored, but yeah. Let me see if there's any other updates I'd like to give for this video. So I gave you the 3 routes, which I truly think are the best for you to start today. All right, here's a final update. So I said we're going to do some AI organic formats, but that's not going to be the entire video. I truly think the best format for any video idea, is to combine your actual filming skills, so organic marketing skills, plus AI. That's the best format you could ever do, or vice versa, because that way you could build more trust. Okay, if you were to do the entire thing using AI, it's going to be too obvious that this is fake. So might as well use the skill that we've been building for the past years, and then combine it with the fact that we don't have the product. So create the product with AI, and there we have the winning format. So we're going to be honestly like split testing to see which one works better, but for now we need momentum. We're just like honestly working really fast. So we started with full AI videos, but then we're gonna actually change it up. Starting from today or tomorrow, we're gonna be doing organic. So organic filming plus, I don't think that's even the word for it. We're just gonna be filming, okay? So we're gonna be filming plus AI to create the best organic content out there. And yeah, the last update is if you guys want to be part of the team, to see the product, to be part of it, to be involved, not going to be like a pump and dump. You're going to actually be involved for a very long time. We're all going to print. So if you'd like to be part of it, let me know on Discord. Again, it's free. We just need loyal team members, okay? We're all working on this together. You get 2 calls per week. You get cut per sale, obviously. You get sauce regarding your products. So I'm going to help you to brand your products. And again, this is something which we will work on for a very long time. So we might end up like creating a team for a very long time. So this is something which is going to be here for a while. So yeah, if you want to be part, let me know on Discord. And yeah, apart from that, there's Sunday calls on Discord as well. We do Q&A, product research, and yeah, a lot of sauce in there, which doesn't make it to YouTube. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys have learned something new in this, let me know in the comments, subscribe, join my Discord, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.